This is a duffel bag by HILOMON. I'm going to show you kind of all the great features this has, kind of the features I really like about it, and then stick around to the end. I'm going to show you personally what I'm going to be using it for. I'm going to go ahead and pack it up so you can kind of see a real world example. So this duffel bag I really like for a couple different reasons. One is how durable the material is. With duffel bags, I've kind of noticed that the first thing kind of goes is the bag starts ripping, kind of things go bad. I like how, it feels thick enough. It is dual layered, so you kind of got this outside durable layer, and then you kind of have like a waterproof inside layer, which is very nice for these kind of bags. I also like how many pockets there are. I'm primarily going to be using this for the gym, so I kind of like having a bunch of different pockets for all the different things I like to use at the gym, for different clothing items. I use this at a gym that I go to right before work, so I kind of have a lot of different things I need with me that I need to change into at the gym. So it's really nice to have all these pockets. I'll go through all the different pockets it has. It has this main inside pocket, has a couple different smaller pockets here, fit a couple different things, but this is pretty large. This can fit all my clothes, towel, toiletry bag, whatever I need. It also has this zipper pocket up here. Whatever you need it through, it's breathable, so this is nice for maybe headbands or things, maybe arm sleeves if you use it to go to play basketball or any kind of thing that you don't want with the rest of your clothes, but you kind of want it away in a separate bag, but not tucked away, so that way it still can breathe. It can, the sweat doesn't start stinking up in this spot. I really like this pocket there. Then there are these two pockets here on the front, or there's a couple, I guess more than two, there's three pockets. There's this big one here, good for anything kind of longer you need. If you have any gym equipment you like to bring with you, like a lifting belt would fit in here perfectly. You have these two front ones, good for any other kind of smaller things you need in there. This one has a little ring on it, so maybe you want to clip a badge there or something that that you don't want to lose, but you want to keep on there. This is great because it just detaches like that. You can have your gym badge or membership fob, whatever you use, have it on there, clip it back when you're done, have it here for safekeeping for next time you need it. And then I also really like how it has this pocket here on the front that's for shoes, which I'm definitely going to be taking a lot of advantage of because when I go to work, I have my work shoes. And so I don't really want those shoes in with the rest of my bag, with my clothes. I don't want kind of walk around, you step on stuff. You don't really want it getting in with the rest of your clothes. So this is really nice for that. It also has these little holes here in the front. That's great for airing it out so your shoes aren't stinking up this whole side in here. So now I've kind of gone over the reasons I like. It's durable, has a bunch of pockets, fits all the things I need. It has handles, and then it has a shoulder strap that's very comfortable and adjustable. I'm going to go ahead and show you my old gym bag. This is my old gym bag, definitely falling apart. Half the zippers don't even work. This is very uncomfortable strap. Overall, just a very kind of old gym bag, not a lot of pockets. So I'm going to go ahead and pack up this new gym bag and I'll walk you through all the things I'm going to be using it for. So first, I'll start with the shoe compartment. Here are, before I would just put my shoes in a plastic bag so it wouldn't get on the rest of my clothes. Perfectly fine to do, but honestly, I just like having a shoe compartment here. I just pack those up in here. This is a pretty big one, so you could fit, as you can see, the shoes take up like half of it. Don't even take up the full space. Set that up. And then in this main pocket, what I'm going to be keeping, I have my toiletry bag. Stick that in there. And then I have just kind of my clothes. At the bottom, my towel. And then I have my belt that I'm going to stick, in one of these little smaller pockets here on the front. Stick my belt there so I don't have to worry about digging it out. And then what else? Have my flip-flops, which there's this pocket here on the side, which has different straps in there. That's perfect for kind of these flip-flops there. This other one. All right. I'll put my flip-flops up here. I like them to air out, but I don't really want them necessarily touching or kind of in with the rest of my other stuff. But I do want them to air out. That's a perfect spot up there. And then I have my work badge, which is the same as at my gym's at my work. So I use that. You stick that in this front pocket there. And then I have my headphones sitting in that front pocket. Go ahead and zip it up. And now that is perfect. As you can see, it fits everything very nicely, very sturdy. Overall, just a great bag. I mean, I'm going to use it personally to go to the gym and back, but honestly, this is great for if you're traveling for the weekend. You just need a duffel bag that has a bunch of different pockets. You can kind of store everything. You're not worried about losing anything in here. Overall, just a great duffel bag.